Hi, welcome to the third episode of Ask Your Preschool Coach. My name is Sanket. I'm a preschool coach and founder and director at Creative 31 Minds. In this segment, I take up questions from preschool learners across India and try to answer them through my videos in the best possible way. Since the last few days, I have been bombarded with a lot of questions from preschool owners across India. And all these questions boil down to the current situation, okay? That's the lockdown situation. Preschool owners are confused, they are scared, they are absolutely having no idea of what needs to be done in the current situation. There are a lot of questions which people have been asking me. So what I've done is I've jotted down three most commonly asked questions today. But this particular section today is going to be a bit different. Okay, generally I answer these questions, but today we have a special guest who is going to address to these questions. Okay, so today we have a person who has been into the education industry from more than 14 years now, and he's part of a renowned preschool brand called as Little Millennium. Okay, for the last 10 years. So without wasting any time, let me welcome Mr. Sajid, who is currently working as Vice President, Business Development and Operations for Little Millennium. So hi Sajid, how are you?
Hi Sanket, how are you doing? I'm fine.
Yeah. So Sajid, as you know, I'm on a mission, okay, wherein I want to educate a minimum of 10,000 preschool owners, okay, in the next 5 years. Okay. I want to help them grow their business with the kind of expertise that I have. Okay, so sure. There's a particular segment which I've started on my YouTube channel, wherein I take up a lot of questions from them and then I try to answer them. So I'll directly jump on to the first question. Okay, so the most commonly asked question that which I have got is, how should preschool learners act in this current crisis? Okay, so what should be their plan of action? Because they are scared, they are not aware of what is to be done. So majorly the question that I have got is, how should preschool owners act in such a crisis, and what should be their plan of action? So over to you.
See, Sanket, most important into preschool, first and foremost, why is preschool an important part of the education? These are, the foundation years. And, the entire future of a child is dependent upon what quality of education he has got into this formative years.
True.
The entire structuring of a mind happens at this particular age. Hence, this education is extremely important. So my suggestion to all the preschool owners at this point of time is to simply focus on the core education and nothing else. I consider school as a platform where imparting of education happens.
True.
And imparting of education can also happen online, right?
Yeah.
So it is, they should, whatever quality of education they were imparting in schools, they should make a curriculum around it and do it online. Only difference what they will have to do it over here is, they will have to keep this much more engaging, and attention span of a child in front of a screen would be very, very less. Yeah. In school, you have teacher assisting, helping, and if some child is running around, all of those control you have in school, right? So that you might not have it over here.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, you will have to, ask parents, to help the teacher.
Right.
That they should be present over there next to the child, but keep the activities which are most engaging and fun-filled so that they feel like being part of it. I think just stick to core education and nothing else. Don't worry about it. In fact, what also I feel is, there was from a very, very long period, education had to undergo a change, which was not really happening. But if you look at years and years, our education, how it had happened, and today's education, everything is more or less same. You still have that classroom, teacher comes in, she uses blackboard, she teaches, right?
In fact, most of the syllabus is also not changed yet.
Most of it has not changed. In fact, if you see, Educom brought in smart class, and the moment they brought in something new, innovative, all of a sudden that become one of the basic necessity of education. So there is a need of change of it. So I feel this is a good opportunity period, wherein COVID has forced us to do some changes into education pattern.
Correct. And what I feel is, I think this is a good opportunity wherein you can learn and adapt to a new technology. Okay, like video conferencing.
Absolutely. You right now, all of these Zoom and whatever we are using, now these are just come in because of the situation, but they are here to stay. They are not going to go off.
Correct.
We all will continue using it. Similarly, education also, we need to bring in these changes. Lots of learning going forward also has to happen online. And schools will still be there for multiple other, activities which needs peers to be together and structured form of activities in school. So all of that might happen in school, but lots of online learning will surely add into the, life of students going forward.
Correct. Sajid, just to add one more to this question. See, this is in terms of the academics, how they should be doing it. But one part of this question was also in terms of how they would manage their business. Okay, because rents in any preschool setup, rent is the major operational cost that they have to bear. Along with that, there's staff salary, and at the same time, the preschool brand partners. So royalty is another cost that they are worried about in this current situation. So according to you, what kind of strategy or what is the kind of plan of action they should have right now? Because see, there's no income, there are no admissions right now. But then there's some pressure from landlords to pay the rent, they have to pay the salary. So how do you think should they tackle this particular situation?
Sanket, this is a situation wherein you hardly can control your expenses. Max what you can do is you can, on an emotional EQ connect, you can talk to your landlord for either the deferment or, some bit of a discount.
Right.
So some of the landlords might accept it, some of them might not accept it. But there's no harm in trying that out. So I would surely suggest all preschools to surely try and speak to landlords and find out if they can really allow you to give any kind of a discounts. That's step one. Step two is, normally what happens, what I've observed is during this particular period, lots of teachers, they, leave and go. Either they go and join the formal schools or their husbands get transferred or whatever. And all these preschools, they hire new teachers at this point of time.
Right.
So they should not hire new teachers right now. And they should just utilize their existing teachers for conducting and taking multiple, online batches. So that's how they can control their expenses to an extent. But simultaneously, during these kind of scenarios, the key is communication.
Exactly.
They should. They should communicate along with their, prospective parents. First and foremost, try and, talk to their known parents, the older, last year's parents.
Right.
Make them understand, because they are the ones who have shown faith on you. So talk to them, and make them understand that, with this uncertainty coming up, we have no idea when the school is going to really start, whether it will start in next 2 months or 3 months or 6 months. We have no idea at this point of time.
We cannot comment anything right now.
We cannot comment because right now if you see, we are under lockdown, and hence the numbers are not growing at a rapid pace. although
Right.
they are still growing. We at Bombay, we see that 6,000 is what we have already touched.
Yeah.
Right, so numbers are not that ways otherwise growing, but
Yeah.
the moment lockdown discontinues,
True.
we can, we don't know. We can see a spike in numbers, right?
True.
And if that happens, government might be forced to take some kind of an action once again. So
Right.
there's an absolute uncertainty which is hanging right now. So
Yeah.
in these kind of a situation, online is the only method of, being in touch with the parents and make them
Right.
understand that we will make sure that the education quality doesn't change. And
Correct.
all said and done, whenever there's a new such situation, there's a lot of work which every preschool owner has to do. Either the brand supports them,
Correct.
or maybe if you are not the branded ones and you are on your own, then you will have to work a lot towards coming up with those innovative methods of teaching children and engaging and keeping them attentive throughout
Right.
on the online sessions. And that's how, just go ahead and ask for your fees, because without the money you cannot run your business. So ask for
Right.
your regular fees. But also there are all those kind of discussions happening that government might ask the school owners to pass on some months of discounts and all. As of now, nothing has really come up. But if that comes in, we will have to pass on that kind of a discount as well.
Right. But I think I completely agree with your first point, Sajid, that see, this particular crisis is not a one-sided problem. Okay, each and every person today in India or on the globe is facing this problem. So to tackle this problem, I think communicating and putting up your side and discussing it would be the right thing to do, as in having a one-to-one communication with the landlord and making him understand that what situation you both are going through right now. And I'm sure asking you to pay the rent, and because everyone is aware of the situation right now.
Yeah,
it is how you tackle it.
In fact, if you go online and check, you will find CCDs and Starbucks and all of them, they have as a rule, they have spoken to their landlords and they are not paying rent for next 3 months.
Right.
WeWork, which is a co-working space, they have themselves declared that we will be charging only 30%. Right.
Correct.
So we already have some examples in front of us. Correct. We should 110% go and speak to our landlords, find out whatever is best possible. And on an EQ level, if you not really connect and make them understand, I'm sure everyone is there to understand.
True.
I think that's the best way of doing it.
Correct. Okay, so Sajid, I'll move on to the next question. Sorry, you were saying something.
Sure. No, I hope I have answered your question.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you were expecting.
Yeah, definitely. So Sajid, my next question, or not my question, as in the next most commonly asked question to me was in terms of marketing. Because see, as I consult a lot of preschool owners in terms of how to generate leads and all. So this was a very common question which I came across. And that is, should there be any kind of marketing strategy, currently, that they should have? Is it that they should have a marketing strategy, or they should absolutely stop marketing? And if in case they should have a marketing strategy, what should it be?
Unlike multiple other, products and all, preschool is one such business wherein you every year dig well for the water you want, right? So your 50% of the business is absolutely new business every single year, and hence there is definitely need of marketing every year. If not marketing, at least the brand retention. You would want people in that area to, always get that feel that I was there and I'm there and I'm here for a longer time and I'm not going to go out. So you have to, time and again, remind them. So marketing, yes, 100% you have to do. But, at this point of time, you hardly can do any kind of an ATL. You have to just stick to only and only digital marketing at this point of time. Everyone is inside. Use of smartphone, I feel, has gone up like anything. In fact, I feel this point of time, I think our biggest savior is smartphone.
True.
Smartphone is helping us to be there, happy inside the house, and do all possible these Zoom calls and be connected with the entire world. While we are there on this smartphone all the time, digital, marketing makes further more sense.
Yeah.
Do all possible digital activities, lots of Google SEO and Facebook marketing and all of that, and reach out to your customer.
Fortunately, Sajid, digital marketing, if you compare it with regular outdoor marketing, there's way too difference in terms of the costing. Okay, so the per lead cost, any kind of cost,
in fact,
measurable.
If you see, correct. In fact, if you see, Sanket, as of now, the entire country is slowly any which is moving from outdoors to digital. It might not that completely outdoors are washed out as of now. No, outdoor is still happening, and it might still continue to happen for some more years. But digital is taking up the space in a big time.
Yeah.
And today, when we know that there's no one outdoors, this is the only best way of doing it.
Yeah. Correct.
In fact, to all my franchisees, we are very, very clearly telling them that please don't spend even 1 rupee. You don't even think about spending 1 rupee on outdoors. Just simply think about digital as a medium.
Okay. So, Sajid, I'll move on to the third question now. Okay. Sure. Now, the third most frequently or commonly asked question to me was, what will be the best way to retain your existing enrollment? See, now where this is coming from, I'll tell you. There are a lot of preschool. See, I have a group. Okay, I have a WhatsApp group. I call it as a community, wherein we have around 250, around 240 preschool owners on that group. Okay. And that is a group wherein there's no other kind of discussion which happens, no forwards, nothing. It is purely the discussion that happens is related to the preschool industry. Okay. So on that group, there are a lot of discussions that keep on happening. And recently I had faced a few questions in terms of forget about the new admissions. Okay. Because new admissions are not at all happening right now. And it is not even a good time to expect someone to come and register right now. But most of them are even facing problems in terms of retaining the current enrollments. So, for example, some parents who have already enrolled in the month of March, by paying, say, 50% of the amount, now they are coming back to them and asking for a refund. Because they are under the assumption, or because there's no date right now when the preschools are going to restart. So they are coming back and asking for the payment, or they are not ready to pay the balance installments. So according to you, what is the best way to retain these existing enrollments?
Sanket, I don't blame these parents. When they are those parents who are completely influenced with lots of WhatsApp forwards, lots of different news which are circulating. So they they are completely influenced right now. It is the duty of the franchisee preschool owners to really, really educate them. We have to make them understand that these years are very important. Just for mere some 1,000 rupees, please don't waste 1 year of your child. And these years, between 3 and 4 or 2 and 3, these years are never going to come back in their life ever.
Yeah.
And if you talk about child's developmental growth and all,
it's a very crucial.
These years are very crucial, very crucial. So, I would suggest all franchise owners or preschool owners to really use communication. Do communicate with parents as much as possible in different manners, not simply calling and asking them to take an admission, but also, prepare your curriculum once again, an online curriculum properly.
Yeah.
Conduct some demo classes for them. Let them also understand what is it that we are going to deliver. Unless and until we show to our parents what are we talking about, they might not really understand. We don't have to blame them. We are to be blamed if we cannot educate them well, right?
Correct.
So plan good quality of classes, conduct those classes. These are those parents who have trusted you once, right? They were there with you for at least 1 year. You personally by now know. Particularly if you talk about preschool, in preschool, it's a relationship which builds up. Unlike the formal school where you have 2,000, 3,000 children, principal doesn't even know the child, forget about the parents, right? But in preschool, you know each and every parent, grandparents, everyone. There's a relation which you establish. So there's a trust which has been established. Use that trust.
Yeah. And what I feel is this is a good time wherein you can add more value. Okay. So don't expect anything in return, but then it is a good time wherein you can, through different ways. Okay. So, but it's a good time to add value to the existing customer right now that you have.
Yeah, exactly. In these kind of situations, these are those testing period.
Yeah.
Otherwise, for all these many number of years, what you were doing, over a period you had developed, but then all your that learning which has happened, you need to utilize everything today.
Yeah.
And show it to your parents. They will 100% trust you. They will 100% come back to you.
True.
That's I think.
Yeah.
That's the only way of doing it.
Correct. So, and Sajid, what I feel is, putting it, all said and done, see, every business has to face challenges, okay, small or big, okay, and I don't think so there's any kind of challenge which exists where there is no solution, okay. So the solution might be there maybe after a while, okay, but then what I feel is the very most important thing right now is to stay where you are and to believe in yourself and to just stick around and not give up right now.
Yeah, absolutely. If this kind of a period has come in, it's not here forever. It's not going to stay forever.
Exactly.
It has come, it'll go. You just have to do right things at this point of time and stick to your roots. Your regular days will again be back. And, in fact, what masses are talking about is India might become one of the best economy country.
Yeah.
There are chances that we might flourish much more than what we were doing earlier.
In fact, India has already started its journey towards that goal. So,
correct.
Okay. Yeah. So, Sajid, thanks a lot for your time. I know it's 9 o'clock in the night, but then thank you so much, and thank you everyone for watching. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to this channel and don't forget to like and share. I think you should be sharing this particular video with each and every preschool owner you know today, okay, and help them, encourage them and support them and help them in getting all the queries answered, okay. So thank you everyone, and thanks Sajid. Good night.
Thank you, Sanket. Thank you. My pleasure.
Okay.
Take care.